of all boating injuries. Today's study found that personal watercraft injuries increased 4 times in 5 years. That's more than 30,000 injuries. If you ride one of these, you're 8 times more likely to get hurt than if you drive a motorboat.
Even though they can appear to be toys, because they're so easy to operate, they can attain speeds much like motorboats, and actually can attain them faster.
When it comes to acceleration, we're flat out better.
And while these are supposed to be adult water toys,
You're right.
they're becoming increasingly popular with kids. That's prompted campaigns to get untrained riders out of the water.
You wouldn't give your car keys to a 12-year-old, would you?
Every year, hundreds of jet ski accidents involve kids. But in California, like most states, you can be as young as 12 years old and still operate one. California lawmakers are debating legislation to raise the minimum operating age to 16. But opponents say age is not the issue.
It is the behavior that we are concerned about, not the age of the operator.
Some states already require education and mandatory licensing of personal watercraft. But even with that, the lure of this ride sometimes makes safety secondary. Jane Clayson, ABC News, Los Angeles.
On our health report tonight, another warning, this one about the combination of 2 very popular diet drugs known as fen-phen. A major report today says that dexfenfluramine and fenfluramine, when given to animals, produce a drop in levels of serotonin. That's a substance that affects memory, mood, and sleep. Fen-phen has already been linked to heart and lung disease. When we come back, we'll have some of the day's other news. The highest-ranking North Korean ever to defect to the United States. What will he tell us? The latest breakdown on Mir. It's not what you think. And taking a ride straight into the past.
This is World News Tonight with Peter Jennings. Brought to you by Charles Schwab.
When Wall Street served up its stock du jour, the manager of Steinrow Growth and Income Fund dined elsewhere. He looked for the undervalued, the unfairly maligned, and whatever it took to find them, he did. Who knew to go with him? Over half are customers of Mutual Fund OneSource from Schwab, where over 600 no-load funds are all in one place, along with the tools to choose them. Call now and get our select list free. Investing the way it should be.
Trusting the wrong diarrhea medicine can put you in a very uncomfortable position. But you can count on Imodium AD to stop diarrhea, often in one dose.
Sorry.
Take Imodium AD, one dose relief you can count on.
Temporary relief isn't enough when the problem's here, and here. Now long-term help is here. Glucosamine chondroitin from Sundown helps your body repair and rebuild cartilage. Repair, rebuild, renew.
I have switched to new Polygrip Ultra Fresh. I haven't seen any of the adhesive that controls denture odor. New Polygrip Ultra Fresh gives me a very strong grip. And Polygrip Ultra Fresh works for me. So I'm really excited about it.
When painful gas makes me feel like this, I take a little pill that looks like this.
Gas-X Soft Gels. As much gas medicine as this much Mylanta. Concentrated for fast relief. Try extra strength Gas-X Soft Gels.
International news, the Clinton administration today confirmed that a senior North Korean diplomat has received political asylum in the United States. He is the highest-ranking North Korean official ever to defect to this country. And through him, the U.S. is hoping to learn vital information about what is going on inside one of the world's last communist dictatorships. Here is ABC's David Insort.
As his nation's ambassador to Egypt and a former vice foreign minister, Chung Song-gil may be helpful to U.S. intelligence on the issue of what kinds of Scud missiles North Korea sold to Iran, Iraq, and possibly Syria. Sources say there is hope he may also know more about supernotes, the high-quality $100 forgeries turning up around the world that many believe are produced in North Korea. Chung has defected from a nation in crisis with severe food shortages. Last February, an even more senior official defected to South Korea, charging that the North had invasion plans. But sources say the defections announced today are for personal, more than political reasons.
We do not believe that this action is a manifestation of any crisis in the leadership of any kind.
Still, the administration is so concerned about retaliation from North Korea, they will not reveal any details about how Ambassador Chang got to this country or where he is now. All they will say is that he is safe. With Chang, sources say, are 6 other family members, including his diplomat brother and his wife, Cho Hyok, who is a movie star, best known in North Korea for her role in a popular musical.
From the perspective of the North Korean public, it may be that losing the wife could be even more significant than losing the ambassador.
U.S. officials said today that the North Koreans have told them they will turn up tomorrow at talks scheduled in New York on North Korean missile sales. They're not about to disrupt relations with the United States just because it gave asylum to some defectors. Forrest?
Well, David, that does seem a far cry from the hard line that North Korea likely would have taken in the past.
Well, that's right, and in a word, the reason why is hunger. North Korea doesn't have very many options left diplomatically. They can't afford to show their peak. They're hoping that the U.S. and other Western nations will continue to keep food aid going in there.
Thank you, David Ensor. In outer space today, yesterday's confusion is resolved. The crew of the Russian space station Mir does have plenty of oxygen to breathe, but there are new questions, most particularly about how well NASA and the Russian Space Center communicate when there is a potential crisis. ABC's Gillian Findlay has more from Moscow.
Both of Mir's oxygen generating systems were operating normally today. And again today, the Russians insisted there never was cause for concern. At no time, they said, were both systems down simultaneously. It's a completely incomprehensible uproar, said Russia's chief flight director. It simply doesn't correspond to reality. NASA did not want to talk publicly about what it said last night, today calling it just a communications glitch. But that glitch made headlines around the world. Yesterday afternoon, members of NASA's operations team, which monitors events at Moscow's Mission Control, filed a report saying both oxygen systems were experiencing problems. Then the team went home and never heard the Russians' later announcement that the systems were again working. In the meantime, a NASA spokesman in Houston took the team's report and warned that Mir's crew could be facing a serious situation. When Houston started getting calls from reporters, they say they tried phoning Moscow Mission Control, but no one answered. What's more, they say, when they tried their own operations people in Moscow, they didn't answer either.
It appears to be the result just of a couple of officials being out of synchronization and a couple of pieces of information not getting passed at the right moment.
But it does beg the question, what would have happened if it had been a crisis? Both NASA and the Russians were quick to reassure today that they do have 24-hour communication via a direct line. But yesterday, neither side saw the need to use it. The real problem, it seems, was not equipment breaking down in space, but communications breaking down on the ground. Gillian Findlay, ABC News, Moscow.
Other news around the world today, dozens of Palestinian schoolgirls in the West Bank town of Bethlehem were rushed to safety after tear gas canisters fired by Israeli troops inadvertently landed in their schoolyard. The Israelis were firing at Palestinian teenagers nearby who had been throwing stones and bottles at them. And in South Africa today, former President F.W. de Klerk, who played a key role in ending apartheid, stepped down as the head of his political party. As president, de Klerk released Nelson Mandela from prison and worked with Mandela to hold the country's first all-race election. Still, de Klerk said today that the National Party needs new leadership to break all ties with what he called its guilt-laden past. When we come back, getting better daycare for your children. Solutions. Next.
Why does Tums control acid faster than Pepcid AC? Because they work on your stomach acid in totally different ways. Tums Calcium naturally, rapidly neutralizes acid so it works fast. Pepcid AC's famotidine has to travel through your bloodstream, so it takes at least 40 minutes to block natural acid production. So why does Tums work on acid faster and cost less, and Pepcid AC works slower and costs more?
Good question.
It's the first thing we all reach out for, and we never really stop. When we marry, buy a home, build a career, raise a family, even when we retire, we still reach out for something only a company like Travelers can provide. Whether it's life insurance or long-term care to protect you today, or annuities to enrich your tomorrows, What we all want is what Travelers Life and Annuity promises. Something to hold on to.
So, Mom, what do you think of your first grandchild?
The future president of the United States is adorable.
And she's so healthy.
Well, good nutrition can help you and me stay healthy.
As an occasional meal or snack, Ensure is a source of complete balanced nutrition to help you stay healthy, active, energetic.
Hope I've got what it takes to be a good mom like you.
Well, this'll help.
Ensure, the #1 doctor-recommended supplement. Drink to your health.
Heart and soul.
Good news. The FDA has confirmed that soluble fiber from oatmeal as part of a heart-healthy diet may reduce the risk of heart disease. It's nice to know that while Quaker oatmeal is good for the soul, it may be good for your heart, too.
It's time.
Time?
Time to check out Flonase.
Flonase?
Flonase nasal spray.
Flonase nasal spray.
Ask your doctor for a trial of Flonase.
Good idea.
Flonase nasal spray.
I'll check it out.
Tonight on Nightline, in jail, on probation or on parole, awaiting trial or wanted by the police. 1 in every 3 young black men in America. Race and the criminal justice system on Nightline, followed by Politically Incorrect. The problem we focus on tonight touches many American households, especially those where both parents hold down jobs. 5 million children around the nation are in family daycare centers. The centers are convenient, but how good are they? And can they be improved? ABC's Rebecca Chase has found an innovative solution.
Lawrence, Massachusetts is an old mill town, and when parents go to work here, like most other places, children are often cared for in the house down the street, where a mom provides childcare, often without many resources or much training. But here in Lawrence, unions and employers provide a solution and even have it delivered.
Seals are little animals, too.
This is the Discovery Van, a classroom, and art gallery, a hands-on museum, a lending library.
And they're, of course, free for you to borrow.
And the driver is a trained instructor.
The Discovery Van visit is really a chance to model good teaching for the providers and also give the children a wonderful experience. Good job!
During today's hour-long visit, the children will learn about the ocean in dozens of ways.
Fishes? We have a lot of fishes in the ocean. Do you like fishes?
There are fish to hold, to squeeze, to listen to.
You remember the noise the dolphins make?
Fish to read about.
They called him Rainbow Fish.
Even fish to wear.
Look at me, I'm a little fishy.
The instructor trains caregivers how to incorporate science, music, reading, and dramatic play all around a central theme. She demonstrates ways to make learning more fun.
How many tips does the starfish have? 1, 2...
And leaves caregivers with additional resources.
Now here's the packet of the curriculum ideas.
What I've done is take some of the ideas that I've learned from the van and incorporate it into my own program.
And I've got the certificate for you.
For the caregivers, the hour counts towards their state-required training. In its 5 years of operation, the Discovery Van has made more than 1,000 visits. 2,300 adults have been trained, and 15,000 children have taken a trip inside this Chevy van.
6, 7.
Themes change monthly, so besides the ocean, children have visited dinosaurs, the rainforest, and the farm.
We walk out the back door, down the steps, and into the van. It's great.
And it's proving to be a great way to improve the quality of family daycare, with all the convenience of home.
Thank you.
Rebecca Chase, ABC News, Lawrence, Massachusetts.
And the Discovery Van is on the road 5 days a week, visiting 40 other towns and cities in the North Boston area. When we come back, lighting up in Asia for U.S. tobacco, an enormous opportunity.
The sun is rising, see it shine. A new day rising, see it shine.
It's a new day with new improved Transitions lenses. Outdoors, they get darker faster. Indoors, clearer. And Transitions lenses are thinner and more comfortable than regular glass or plastic lenses, so you feel and look better.
It's a new day.
It's a new day in eye care with Transitions lenses.
I guess I've been bringing the office home with me. Because lately I've had some pain at night, and I just couldn't get to sleep. And then I'd worry about taking something. I mean, I'm at work pretty early, you know. How would I feel? But then I tried Tylenol PM. That's something I can trust. Well, the Tylenol PM stopped my pain. It helped me sleep. Next morning, I'm up and out and ready for my day. Nothing like a good night's sleep.
Rest easy. It's Tylenol PM.
If you can do this, you can make wood beautiful with Minwax. And if you can do this, you can give wood lasting protection. Turning a house into a beautiful home is as easy as turning to Minwax.
I love things that sparkle. I like complicated things. I crave sweet things.
Something heavenly.
I go for sensation.
We may be different, but we're all equal.
There are those among us with very simple tastes. They only want the best. And for them, there's Fancy Feast Gourmet Cat Food. Exceptionally moist and delicious. Fancy Feast. Good taste is easy to recognize.
What causes denture odor? Get close and you'll see. Germs. Introducing Eprident Plus with Fresh Burst Listerine ingredients. It kills odor-causing germs, so you can get this close. New Minty Eprident Plus. Kill the germs, kill the odor.
Overseas again tonight, China is hosting a world conference on tobacco and health. For good reason. A new study estimates that as many as 100 million Chinese will die from smoking-related causes, half before the age of 70. The report comes at a time when U.S. tobacco companies under fire at home are seeking new customers in Asia, which happens to be the world's largest cigarette market. Here's ABC's Deborah Wong.
There is nothing subtle about this sales pitch. Plastered on buses, on entire sides of buildings, cigarette ads in Asia are bold and big. American brands are prominent sponsors of the region's biggest sporting events. Although the companies won't admit it, their ad campaigns suggest a major assault on the Asian market where smoking is still on the rise. This man says it's a custom, just like drinking tea.
It frankly wouldn't matter if every smoker in North America quit smoking tomorrow. If the American tobacco companies could capture the Asia market, then their profits are assured for the next 50 years.
And the biggest chunk of that market is in China, where 70% of adult males smoke. China consumes 1/3 of all the cigarettes smoked in the world. The challenge for U.S. tobacco companies is to increase their market share against local producers. But they're now being faced with a growing anti-smoking movement that's learning its strategy from the West. Spurred on by rising health care costs, dozens of cities, such as Zhuhai, have banned tobacco advertising and prohibited smoking in public places. Officials do their best to enforce the rules, but smokers often ignore them. This is a struggle against old traditional habits, says this health official. It will take time. It won't be done in a day. There is some urgency to the task, though. 500,000 Chinese die annually of smoking-related diseases, while American tobacco companies so far appear to be winning their battle to woo Asia's smokers. Deborah Wong, ABC News, Hong Kong.
From China to Montserrat today. Sirens rang across the Caribbean island as more smoke billowed from the now active volcano, which scientists say could have a huge eruption any time. This was the scene today in the capital, Plymouth, which has been covered by ash since the volcano first erupted 2 years ago. Back home on Wall Street today, the Dow Jones Industrials lost more than 77 points today, closing at 77.82. On the NASDAQ market, stocks lost 10 points. When we come back, an old American tradition, riding high again.
17 stitches. Can you believe it?
Yeah, I saw the 2x4 that hit you. You must be hurting.
Not anymore. Doctor gave me Tylenol, extra strength.
Looked like a lot of pain.
Don't remind me. Let's go.
Tylenol, the pain reliever hospitals use most.
Ice cream for everyone! Oh, none for me. Why? Dairy foods do a number on my stomach. Try this.
Lactaid Ultra. One little caplet just before eating lets you digest dairy foods easily and naturally. Lactaid Ultra. Go on, enjoy dairy again.
The ride is thrilling, so let the fun begin. You've got the gun now for who you are now, and making good me.
The newly redesigned DeVille for the time of your life.
We're asking baseball fans to try Wheaties, the breakfast of champions.
That's the first time I had them in a long time. They taste terrific. They're good. They really are. I'd get them.
Try the championship taste of Wheaties.
You better eat your Wheaties. It's a little pill to fight gas. It's fast. It's concentrated. It's powerful. It's a soft gel with no taste. Try extra strength Gas X soft gels or great tasting chewable tablets.
Hi, I'm Steve Dunn. Stay right here for Channel 2 News next at 6:30. Police suspect she killed her missing daughter, and now Karen Huster may soon be back on the street despite a strict sentence. And a fight over fire access has neighbors pleading, "Don't fence me in." It's all next.
Before our last story tonight, a brief review of The Lead, another tragic illustration about binge drinking on college campuses. One student at Louisiana State University has died. 3 others were hospitalized, apparently the victims of alcohol poisoning during a pledge week. Finally this evening, putting history back on track. There was a time when the sound of a railroad whistle sounded like adventure. Rail lines crisscrossed the nation. The steam engine was literally the country's lifeline. Now, you might think that's all in the past, but there are a few adventurers keeping the tradition alive, and ABC's Judy Muller has spent some time with them.
It's 6 a.m. on a Saturday, and Lori Greenquist is already on the job. Not her regular job as a purchasing agent. No, for Lori and other volunteers at the California Railroad Museum, this is a labor of love.
And that's hot and dirty and miserable work, but we love it.
It takes several hours to get this beast up and running. Hours spent polishing the brass and greasing the joints and adding water to coal to build up a really good head of steam.
They're almost like living, breathing things, and there's steam belching out of them, and it's pretty neat.
At the controls this day, sporting the engineer's traditional derby, Bob Church, a dentist who would rather yank a whistle than yank a tooth.
Gives me a chance to pound on something big rather than working in somebody's mouth.
Church is just one of 200 volunteers who give up their weekends for the privilege of working on one of the oldest coal-burning steam locomotives still operating in the U.S. Their mentor is Al Shelley, veteran engineer.
I'm sure that you could find a book somewhere that would give you the technical data on operating a steam locomotive, but the seat-of-your-pants type of operation could only come from years of running an engine.
Running it and feeding it.
There's a real art to putting the coal in the firebox to keep the engine running, and I don't know that a book could really tell you that.
The train carries tourists on a scenic ride along the Sacramento River, singing as it goes. Even at a standstill, back in the yard, the old locomotive inspires awe.
Yeah, see the pistons going up and down?
Oh, yeah.
And that provides the air for the brakes.
I see.
And it inspires memories.
The El Capitan had a beautiful, beautiful dinner on board. It was so nice.
The dinners are gone, but the appetite remains. An appetite that crosses over time and generations. Judy Muller, ABC News, Sacramento.
And that is our report on World News Tonight. Later on Nightline.